the field. This is the starter division here at Freedom Raceway. This is the pure stock division. Up on the point, the number 92 car, that's Ron Neiman. Next to him, it'll be the 90, that's Sandor Mattias. It'll be the number 7 being driven tonight by Bill Rogers. He was giving the invocation earlier tonight. Next to him, it'll be the 33, that's Bob Sullivan. On the inside of the next row back, it'll be the number 69. He's a new car here tonight. We don't have a name on that car. In the rear of the field, the number 2 car, that is being driven by Brett Smith here tonight. And on the outside of the third row back is the 68, that's Mike Sonner. As they work into turn 1 and 2. The 92, that's a Ron Neiman car, works into the lead, but here comes Sandor Mattias in the 90. Sandor puts him too wide down the back chutes into turn number 3. They trade a little paint up there with a 92 of Neiman, and keep your eye on Bill Rogers in the 7. Rogers moves that 7 car up into the 3rd position, but here comes the 69. 69, a big old Pontiac Grand Prix, runs in the 3rd position, but Bill Rogers in that number 7 car makes the challenges there on the back straightaway. Sandor Mattias continues to lead as they put him too wide down the back straightaway. Can you get all the names and car numbers? Get them to me, okay? Okay. Little trouble up there on turn number 2 as we take a car up and over the bank and upside down. Red flag out over the track as safety workers quickly work their way down onto the back straightaway. They got some problems down there as we got the...
He's talking? Is that right?
He's talking.
Again, up on the point in the 92, it's Neiman, the 7 of Bill Rogers, the 68 of Sonner, the 33 of Bob Sullivan, the 2 of Brett Smith, and the number 90 of Sandor Mattias. On into turn number 4, your head starter looks him over. Bill Rogers right beside him. They come out of 4. The green flag falls. We're back under racing action for the conclusion of this qualifying event. Neiman up in the middle groove. We see Sonner go way down on the inside. They're side by side on the main straightaway. Sonner in the inside groove. It's a shorter way around the track, but Neiman thinks he's got the traction up high. Neiman slides down low into turn number 2, but not quite enough as we see Sonner pull away in the 68. Mike Sonner brings that 68 out of turn number 4. The cross flags come out. Now the battles for second position. We move back to second place where Ron Neiman in the 92 tries to hold off the 7 of Rogers. Rogers takes that 7 car around. He gets a little tap from Brett Smith in the number 2 car, and that ties up the 33 of Sullivan. Rogers gets that car refired and back around, but he's lost a lot of track position and gone from the 2nd position to last. Meanwhile, a big break for Mike Sonner in that 68 car. He's got a big lead over the rest of the field as now we see the 92 of Ron Neiman go around up in turn number 2. Neiman gets that car gathered back up, but it looks like that car stalled as he's moved it to the inside of the track as your leader comes by and takes the 2 flag up. Caution flag now out over the track. It's going to be for the number 92 car of Ron Neiman. He's trying to get that car fired as he lost control of it up on turn number 2, slid it off the backside of the track, brought it down in. Looks like he's got the fire under it now as he starts to move out. Out of turn number 4, Ray Olivetti, your head starter, looks him over. The green falls over the field. We're back underway with this qualifying event. Mike Sonner jumps into an early lead in that 68 car. Brett Smith in the number 2 car trying to find a little racing room there as he slides down to the bottom in turn number 2. Sandor Mattias having his problems. He gets that number 90 gathered back up and will remain under green. Sonner comes out of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway, but here comes Brett Smith in that number 2 car. Brett Smith looking to get by as he works on the high side of 2. He comes out of 2. He's got a lot of traction as he moves down the back straightaway. He pulls ahead by a fender, but here comes Sonner up on the inside. Sonner in the 68 now has that inside groove. They slide high as they come out of turn number 4. The white flag comes out this time. Brett Smith way up on the high side in that number 2 car. Smith thinks the outside place is the way to go, and he gets it done as they come out of turn number 2. He's the leader on the back straightaway, but once again, Sonner pulls up on the inside. Mike Sonner in that 68 car once again has a low groove, but here comes Smith in the number 2, and the checkered flag's going to fall for Brett Smith in the number 2. Sonner brings up the second place. Third will go to Bob Sullivan, and fourth to Ron Neiman. To Brett Smith. Stock division of cars. Their way down the back straightaway. On the point, it's Marty Metzger in the number 91. Then it's going to be the 15 of Dave Rutledge. It'll be the 37. That's the Gary Gable car. Up next to him is going to be the number 1, that being driven by Bud Spencer. Then it'll be the 16 car, that being driven tonight by Rocky Roberts, and bringing up the rear of the field as they come out of the 4th turn and take the green flag will be the 57 of Doug Baldwin. Cars work their way out of turns number 2 onto the back straightaway. Marty Metzger down on the inside, but Rutledge takes the lead as he works up on the high side of the back straightaway. Rutledge taking over a commanding lead as he works out of turn number 4, but here comes Gary Gable in the 37 car. Gable, and keep your eye on Bud Spencer in that number 1 car. He works up on the outside of Marty Metzger in that number 91 in the 57. Continues to be your leader. Right behind him is Marty Metzger, and that's where the battle is. The battle's for second place with Metzger holding on to that, but here comes Bud Spencer and the 37 of Gary Gable. Now up comes the 16. That's the Rocky Roberts car. He's going to try to make that a 4-way battle as your leader comes out of 4. He's got quite an advantage over the rest of the field as they tough it out for the second position. Metzger in the 91 continues to hold on to that second position. Bud Spencer doing everything he can to get that number 1 car up there as he's right on the back bumper as they work into turns 3 and 4. Halfway signal comes out for your leader, Dave Rutledge, and here comes Bud Spencer in that number 1 car. He's tried every place on the track to get around Marty Metzger. He's actually losing a little ground to him as he tries to hold off the 37 of Gable. Now Spencer way too high on the high side of the track coming out of turn number 2. That's going to cost him the 3rd position as he works that 37 back into the racing groove and keeps it underway. He only lost 1 position on that move as he slid way high up into turn number 2. But that's given Rutledge a big advantage as he continues to pull away from the field. Out of turn number 4, the 2 flag indication goes up. Dave Rutledge has only got 2 more times around. Now Marty Metzger riding in the 2nd position, trying to hold off the 37 of Gable. Out of turn number 4, onto the main straightaway. White flag flies over the field. Dave Rutledge got 1 more time around. He's got about a half a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field. He comes out of turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. Second place, still the 91 of Marty Metzger. Then it's Gary Gable in the 37, and the 16 of Rocky Roberts has worked his way up to the 4th position. But out of turn number 4 on the main straightaway, the checkered flag comes out, and the winner of this qualifying event will be the 15 of Dave Rutledge. Metzger just barely hangs on to the 2nd position. Gary Gable will be 3rd, and the 16 of Rocky Roberts will bring home the 4th position. Having a little trouble with Victory Lane directions, but he certainly knows his way around the track. A big round of applause for Dave Rutledge. Pure Stock division of cars now entering the track. On the point, Brett Smith in the number 2. Then it's going to be the 68 of Mike Sauner. The 33 of Bob Sullivan. The 92 of Ron Neiman. The 15 of Dave Rutledge. The 91 of Marty Metzger. The 16 of Rocky Roberts. Then it's going to be the 1 of Bud Spencer. The 7 of Bill Rogers. The 37 of Doug Gable. And bringing up the rear of the field will be the 57. That's Doug Baldwin. Pure Stock division of cars move out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. They get the green flag. Mike Saunders, they come across the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, side by side. Rutledge works that 15 car up the inside groove. He's gone by Sauner. Now he's going to start to work on Smith. Down into turn number 3. Brett Smith still holds the lead. He's way up on the high side, and here comes Dave Rutledge down the inside. Mike Sauner right beside him. Cars down there having their problems as they slip and slide down the main straightaway, and we see a lot of smoke coming out of the Marty Metzger car. Meanwhile, up front and down in turn number 3, Brett Smith continues to hold the lead, but Dave Rutledge working real hard down on the inside there as they put them 2 by 2 down the front straightaway. Rutledge has Mike Sauner right on his back bumper in that number 68 car, and they're coming up on lap traffic. They put him 3 wide down into turn number 3. This puts Brett Smith way up on the high side. Rutledge down in the middle groove. Brett loses a lot of time up on the high side, and Dave Rutledge will take the lead. Brett's coming right back at him, though, as he works up in that high groove. Sauner looking to pick up that second position, is now there side by side. Mike Sauner in the 68 car down on the inside, but here comes Brett Smith in that number 2 car. He's up on the high side and looks like he's going to take over the second place as they come by this time. Rutledge really driving a fine race out there as he continues to lead the rest of this field. But here comes Brett Smith in that number 2 car. He starts to gain ground as they work out of 4 onto the main straightaway. Mike Sauner continues to ride in the 3rd position. Then it's Bob Sullivan in 4th. Rutledge really having an easy ride out there as he pulls away from the rest of the field, and the battle still for 2nd. Mike Sauner in that 68 car has moved that back up beside the 2 of Brett Smith. They come down to take the halfway point. It'll be Brett Smith at this halfway point in the 2nd place, but Rutledge continues to lead. Got the 57. That's Gary Baldwin out there. Something the matter with that car as he's right in the way as the leaders start to come by. Sauner and Smith split. Cars, they come around. Smith's going to continue to hold that 2nd position. Sauner down on the low side of the track trying to gain a little track room as they work down that back straightaway, and that's still all a Dave Rutledge show. The 16 car goes around out in turn number 2. That's Rocket Roberts, but he gets that back under control, and we're going to remain green. The 57 of Gary Baldwin moves off the track as he's been moving slow for quite a few laps. Your leader gets the 5-lap indication. 5 more laps left in this 15-lap feature event. This the Pure Stock division. Rutledge really running away with the show here in that 15 car. He's quite a bit ahead of your 2nd place car, that being Mike Sauner in the 68. '92, Ron Neiman goes around on the back straightaway. He picks that car back up. We're going to remain under green conditions. Dave Dave Rutledge having an easy time out there in that 15 car. Mike Saunders got himself a second place battle as he tries to hold off the 2 of Brett Smith. Then we move way back into the field, and it's Bob Sullivan and Gary Gable. But Gary Gable is a man on the move in that 37 car. He's just gotten past Sullivan as your leader comes by to take the 2 flags up. 2 more times around for the 15 of Dave Rutledge. Rutledge down in turn number 3 now. He's going to have some lap traffic to contend with as he comes out of 4 onto the main straightaway. The white flag's going to drop this time by. So Rutledge down working lap traffic on that back straightaway. Mike Saunders rides in the second position. Brett Smith gets a little crazy out there in third, gets it sideways. That's going to cost him a lot of time. Out of turn number 4, the checkered flag's going to fall this time by, and Dave Rutledge is going to be the winner of this pure stock feature event. Mike Saunders brings it home in second. The 2 of Brett Smith third, Gary Gable fourth, and Bob Sullivan rounds out the top 5. The pure stock, Dave Rutledge.
Oh, and I'm going to see that.
That could... That concludes our feature events here for Celebrity Night here at Freedom Raceway on behalf of Ronald McDonald House. We want to thank everybody who participated in all our raffles and drawings and everybody that came to the races here tonight. We appreciate your attendance here on a Tuesday night. We hope to see you Friday night for the premiere of our 4th division here at Freedom Raceway, that being the Sportsman Modifieds.
You riding with your wife, Dick?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Steve.
Okay.